What's going on, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here. Welcome back to Central North Carolina, to my lawn. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Thank you for clicking on the video. If you enjoy it, let me just remind you to hit the thumbs up video. It helps it to get out to other people in the lawn care, looking for lawn care advice or tips, or a channel just to follow because they like lawn care. Comment below. It also helps the video when you guys comment. And thank you so much for tuning in today. Today, guys, we're just basically going to do a lawn walkthrough. I was able to mow this over the weekend. Let's see. Actually, yes, I did it on Saturday because on Sunday we had all day, we had rain. And I know the last time I looked was right around ½ inch of rain, which is great because you guys remember the previous video we just did that we released, we was talking about stress on my bank and how that stresses out first and how what's underneath the dirt really does matter. So check that video out if you haven't seen it, and then come back and watch this one again. But we got lots of rain all day Sunday. Yesterday, and with it came a cold front. So for my folks up north that like to watch, we went from 80s and high 80s to mid 80s. Now we've dropped down. Today it's going to be 71. Yesterday we only got up to around 60 degrees. It's crazy. So it's like a cold front came through, and we're getting up to 71 today. We're going to get up to the 80s, it looks like, in 7 days. So we're bouncing back up. Temperatures are back on the rebound, but today we're cool. We're 71 degrees, so it's a great spring day. So I'll show you the mow real fast. I'll show you that as we walk the lawn. I'll show you the update on the GCI turf type tall fescue we planted in the place of Poa triv. We'll also take a look at some of the spots where we showed you rust in my lawn. Remember that I went around, we applied a little bit of nitrogen. We applied propiconazole, what I had left. I've since ordered more, but I haven't applied any of that yet. I need to apply the azoxystrobin here soon because I want to be covered on all sides of the group 3 and group 11. So I need to apply that here soon. And remember, if you're doing fungicides, you want to make sure you don't break your coverage. It's kind of like insurance, right? Have you any broken coverage of insurance? You know, it lasts for whatever reason 21 days or 28 days, excuse me, 28 days max for your fungicides if everything works well. So right around day 25 at the latest, you want to be reapplying fungicide to be able to stay protected in your lawn. If you're following that, you want to stay. It's hard to do it. We're busy people. So let's look at that. Let's look at the bank, at what it looks like now after a good rain and the latest mow. I screwed up trying to do something that was ignorant, so I'll show you that as well. So let's get in the lawn. Let's take a look. So the familiar sights, our beautiful Japanese maple looking awesome in the sun there. The iPhone does a pretty good picture in the morning. The mow looks great. I cut this at 3.5. The mistake that I made, guys, was that I tried to cut it at 3 from where it was to 3. So the grass is looking great. We've got that spring, beautiful, full. I showed you guys in the last video where we've showed signs of Kentucky bluegrass going to seed. I didn't even know that some of that bluegrass had hung on from 2 years ago, 3 years ago planting it. It's been a long time, but some of that bluegrass is still there. But let's walk down here as we look at some of the fungus that I showed you down here earlier. Here we go. Here's a spot right here. It looks like it's growing out. You can see it there on the tips. This is now around it. You can see it's all green. There's a few places here and there where it looks like there's brown, but it's mainly like collected right here. So the nitrogen has helped to promote growth. We stopped the spread. It doesn't look like it's spread all over. Now, as I look down here, you can kind of see the brown over here. It's kind of hard with the sun, but we're talking about, you see the rust, you see some of those orangey looking blades there. That's the rust that we're talking about. Propiconazole, if you're seeing rust, it's nothing to freak out about. Yes, it can spread. Yes, it can thin out your lawn if you don't handle it. Propiconazole handles it. It's one of the cheapest fungicides on the market. We applied that with the natural adjuvant. It is effective, so I don't see it spreading, and you can see around me, it looks great. So it's not spreading anywhere. These are the areas I really was seeing it pretty badly. Down here, you can see a little bit of it down there, a little bit, but it looks better. It doesn't look like it'll take a couple mows to completely go away. Here's some more. Here's a great example of it. Perfect example. This is rust. So this is the fungus we've talked about on a couple videos. Let's see if I can put it in my hand. There we go. And you can see that blade. It's just the spores are all over that grass blade there. and it spreads, no, it's not going to, you know, completely devastate your lawn, but it can thin it out, it can hurt your grass. So you do want to take precautions there. So when I pulled the mower out on Saturday, I was super tired. I don't know if you can see it, but you see this streak right up here, up my lawn. Yeah, that was the 3-inch cut, and I was like, wow, it was eating, I mean, it ate up half the grass. It was way too much to try to cut at one time. By the way, just so you know, not to put all of Mr. Kevin's details out there, he had open heart surgery. So y'all keep Mr. Kevin in your prayers. He's doing fine. He's recovering. It's just obviously pretty painful when you're in the recovery stage. We're going to be helping him out. We're going to be able to mow his grass for him. He's not able to do really heavy work intensive activities for a while. Some of the ladies at our church are bringing him some food, but he's doing well. He's been in the hospital since Thursday, so he is coming back today. By the time you're watching this video, he should be at home. So we're happy to have Mr. Kevin back in the neighborhood. Just keep lifting him up in your prayers, and we'll be able to mow his lawn. So I'm hoping to lower this down. Back to, sorry for sidebar on that. Just want to, I know that a lot of you appreciate Mr. Kevin. You see him in the chat all the time. He's still going to be there. He was in the last video, but he's been going stir crazy in the hospital. So we're happy to get him back from the hospital. But yeah, I want to get this back down. I think Barbarian mentioned, you know, we don't need to keep our grass super tall in the summer. We can cut it low. Cultivars are changing, and that's true. That's good to be up to date on that. But here I tried to go too low, go to 3 inches, because I knew the rain was coming, but it was just way too much and started even clogging up the mower. So it was just a mess. And here you can see where I missed a strip right here on this bank. But man, it's so thick. The grass, I just can't believe I haven't overseeded this bad boy in so long. But the summer is what, like, it can look like this. Don't be fooled. It can look like this in the springtime. Then your summer is going to depend upon how much you need to overseed in the fall. You may be hitting where I am at this point. Some of you that started watching me, like, man, I don't need to overseed in the fall. You can go pre-emergent, stop POA, you know, and go that route. And that's the way I like to go. But I think after this summer, it's thinned out so much, I need to thicken it up some. But coming back to some of our areas, you see some of our grass a little bit in our holes that's starting to mature. It looks like some of that grass is coming up. Here's another area over here where we plucked out POA trib. It's just slowly trying to come about, but you see all the baby grass in this, like, you know, V-shaped little ditch here. It's coming along. You can see right here, this is the new blend of the GCI turf type tall fescue. This is the spreading fescue. So hopefully this is the last time we got to do that in this area, that this grass is going to have that slow spreading effect, and over time this will begin to mature. Same thing with over here. You've seen enough of it now to know what I'm talking about. And you can see this area, it's a little low. It kind of concerns me. Maybe I should have put a little more topsoil in there. I thought I had it right. Maybe it kind of went down a little bit, but this grass is looking pretty good. I'm very surprised at how well it's doing on the bank. And so that netting, remember I had that netting over here, it's already grown past that, and it's starting to grow down here in the bottom as well. So this is coming about. It'll take probably all spring before it finally fills in and blends in perfectly. But we're back at the bank. Wow, what a beautiful view right here with the sun behind the tree right here. But you can see the bank is back to absolutely normal. It just needed that water. It needed a good, you know, we could have drug the sprinkler out here and done this ourselves, but thank Jesus for the Jesus rain, as we call it. It's got all the nutrients, all the materials, everything in that water that the plant needs, right? And so let's get out of my feet are wet, but I'm wearing my rain boots here. But look at the difference from the last video. Again, now you can really see that strip of the 3 inches I cut right down the middle of my lawn. So I need to come out here and cut it again to get rid of that. But the bank looks so much better. And as I mentioned briefly, I didn't think about that, you know, at the end of the last video, we did mix in with the triple threat. The last time we seeded the front lawn, we mixed in Jonathan Green Solar Green, which is Jonathan Green heat and drought mix. So that's a Kentucky bluegrass, a Texas bluegrass. And so that's what's on the bank here, and I did that mainly on our bank just to help when it does get stressed out and hot and wants a lot of water. Well, the heat and drought mix, if you're in North Carolina, that's a fabulous mix to have. And so that's what we put right here, as well as over here by the mailbox. You know, this area, it looks great now. Now it's all evenly manicured and mowed and looks fabulous, but we did a lot of the heat and drought, Jonathan Green, Solar Green right here. It's Texas bluegrass. You may want to look into that. We'll put another link to that below if you're interested in it. But when you have rocks under your dirt, it doesn't matter if you have tall fescue or heat and drought mix, you're going to have issues. So you just need to be aware of that. But this section's looking good. Just a little guy right there. It always looks good to see the trimming that we do, but after it rains, obviously everything it gets rehydrated again, and that's what's so awesome to look at and to see. So we're looking great over here. I love that Japanese maple. I love the way it looks with that unique color that it has. It just looks phenomenal. So looking good. So that's about it. I won't hold you guys any longer. Just want to do a quick lawn walkthrough. Wasn't sure what we would talk about today, but I need to get out here probably and mow again to fix my mistake over there. But man, we're looking good in my lawn. It's spring, North Carolina, at least for the time being, before all the big heat comes. So again, check out the heat and drought seed in the description if you're interested. I got links to GCI turf if you need products for your lawn. We're talking about CK. We're going to be doing a big experiment with that. I can't tell you guys that I put in the order through Amazon to get 6 plugs of St. Augustine grass. That's what we're going to be using. It's 6 plugs of St. Augustine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back, watch the previous video. We're going to be doing an experiment here to show you guys, and I'm excited to get it all put together, edited, and it'll, you know, and hopefully it will be helpful in showing you that RGS works. CK, it works. It helps with the development of roots in our lawn, especially for new grass that has never been hit with that stuff. Doing it monthly is a great idea. So God bless you guys. Hope you have a happy hump day here on Wednesday. Take care. We'll see you on the next Friday on the next lawn care video. God bless you.